If you want to do something, it will be important to listen or talk to people who have been successful in doing the same thing you want to do. So, if you want to study abroad, why not listen to or monitor or maybe have interactions with people who have been successful in going about their study abroad journey, especially if you want to, get scholarship. My name is Fred. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. I come your way with what we call the Study Abroad podcast with me, the Fred Effect. And what we do is that I invite individuals who have been successful, who have gone through the process to let you know how they did it and how you can also do it. So every weekend, be sure to tune in and recommend this platform to anybody who wants to study abroad. Now, sometimes I bring admission officers in the various universities that you want to apply to let you know how to go about the process. What are the tricks and tips in terms of gaining an admission and a scholarship? Is it possible that you could apply to a university that will take care of all your tuition and also provide you with stipends? Are people doing it? Yes. Can you do it? Yes, you can. So you just have to follow the right processes in getting this done. Today, I'm speaking with my brother from Nigeria. His name is Nzube, and he's going to share his experience, his journey, how he went about the process. How much did it even cost? Did some universities deny him? What scholarship is he on at the moment? Which universities did he apply to, and which university is he studying in? Stay tuned. Be sure to click on the like button. And every weekend, what happens is that later on in the conversation, I'll share the link with you so that you can join us live in the studio and interact with my guests one on one. What questions do you have? We'll be happy to respond to them when the time comes. For now, drop your questions and then your comment. Let me know which country you're watching me from. What is the time at your end? And then you drop your questions in the comment section as well. Be sure to like. We are live on Facebook, the Fred Effect platform on Facebook page, and then we're also live on Twitter or X, the Fred Effect, and then we're also live on Facebook as well as Instagram and TikTok. Click on the like button, share to someone so that they can also benefit from the ideas and information we share on this platform. Now let me bring my guest on and we get started. Hi bro, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for inviting me. It's good to be here.
Good to have you. And so for somebody watching you from Nigeria, Nigeria is huge. Nigeria is like, 10 times of Ghana, right?
Yeah,
So
we pride in saying that sometimes.
yeah. So which part of Nigeria are you from?
Okay, I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria, specifically Imo State.
Okay. I've heard of
So,
Imo State.
oh wow, you have.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice
Imo State
because
is
not so many
popular.
people hear about Imo. So,
I see. And so to the viewers seeing your handsome face for the first time, kindly introduce yourself.
okay. First of all, I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me here. My name is Nzube Ohalete. I am currently doing my PhD in data science at Kennesaw State University, located in the state of Georgia. A lot of people know Atlanta more
Yeah.
popular than Georgia. So Atlanta is a city here in Georgia. So that's where I currently am. I also have a YouTube channel as well that goes by my name, but majorly I'm a student. I'm passionate about education, and I'm happy to be here.
All right. So the name of your YouTube channel is Nzube Ohalete, and we're going to talk about that. So the name of your school is Kennesaw State University.
Yes.
What was your academic qualification prior to coming to the United States to pursue a PhD?
Okay, my journey to the United States actually started with the masters.
Okay.
Yes, so I will talk about that
Mhm.
before now talking about the PhD. So I started the masters 2020, and that was in Bowling Green State University,
So that means
located.
that you came in having a bachelor's degree from Nigeria.
Yes,
Okay. So which university did you graduate from in Nigeria?
University of Nigeria,
Oh,
Nsukka.
okay. Okay. The name of the country is the name of the school.
Yes.
All right. So there's also a university in Ghana called the University of Ghana. Looks as if people want to say that is the sort of the premier or the best university because it carries the name of the country, right?
Oh.
But I went to a different school, and I think my school is the best. Anyway, so it's the University of Nigeria, the best in Nigeria.
No, I won't call it the best.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not. Yeah, I won't. I
Is it
won't
the
call it the
best?
best. But it's good. It's a good university though.
Right. What did you study at the University of Nigeria?
Mathematics. I had my first degree in pure and applied mathematics.
And then to from there, I know there's something we call the youth service. Is that the case? So
Yes.
did you finish with a youth service, or directly from University of Nigeria you moved to Bowling Green?
No, I did the youth service. I finished bachelor's in 2016,
Mhm.
then started youth service 2017 and ended 2018.
Okay. So after 2018 you left.
Not I didn't leave after 2018. So
Okay.
I was in Nigeria for a while because of
Mhm.
like visa denials.
Okay.
So it was in 2020 I started.
Okay. Okay.
But
So
it was in
we're
2021 I
going to
left.
we're going to the visa denial. So to Bowling Green State University, I know there's Bowling Green in Kentucky, but is it the one in Ohio?
Yes, the one in Ohio. Yes,
Okay.
there's another one in Kentucky. Yes, but
Yeah.
the one in Ohio.
So I also started from Ohio. Ohio is like a home. I went to Ohio University, and
Nice.
I have a lot of friends at Bowling Green as well. So what did you study at Bowling Green State?
Applied statistics.
Oh, okay, okay. And
So it's
now
not too
a
different
PhD.
from mathematics.
Oh, okay. And now a PhD in data science.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Then you have a lot of experiences. Let's start with the list of universities you applied to when you wanted to study their master's degree.
Okay. My journey started with I wanted to do a master's in mathematics.
Okay.
That was initially what I started with, and then I applied to Western Kentucky University. I applied to East Tennessee State University.
So what we normally do is that we want to be showing the universities that you apply to. So if somebody is hearing about it the first time, they can also know. So you said you applied to Western Kentucky University, and what
Yes,
program was it?
master's in mathematics.
Oh, okay. So, interestingly, the Western Kentucky University is located in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Oh, I didn't know
Interestingly.
that. Oh, okay. Okay. So you were bound to be in a city called Bowling Green.
Yeah, you know, called Bowling Green, right?
Yeah, and that's interesting because I think there are a lot of cities that have the same name in different states.
Yes,
Like
yes, that's true.
I know there is Athens in Georgia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and where I also schooled, Ohio University is located in a city called Athens as well.
Wow.
Okay, so Western Kentucky University, what program did you apply there?
Master's in mathematics.
All right, so if you're watching now, Nzube is sharing the universities he applied to. Now you can also be taking your notes on these universities and check out their website as well. And then you also talk about ETSU, right? Eastern Tennessee State
Yes. It's
University.
an State University, yes.
Where is it located?
Tennessee.
Oh,
ETSU.
okay.
SU. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
I-
in
I'm going to
Tennessee.
promote it.
Johnson City, Tennessee.
Okay, yeah. Have a couple of friends as there as well. Shout outs to Bobby. So East Tennessee State University is located in Johnson City, in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Yeah. It
What
was also a
program did
master
you?
in mathematics.
Okay, awesome. And your current school is Kennesaw, right?
Yes.
All
Kennesaw
right,
State
Kennesaw
University.
State University. About 68% acceptance rate. And which city is it located?
Kennesaw. So
And
they
how?
have two campuses. There's Kennesaw and Marietta.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay. I know
yeah.
Marietta is very
Marietta
close to
campus.
Atlanta.
Sorry?
I know Kenneth Marietta is very close to Atlanta, right?
Oh yes, about 25 minutes to drive.
Oh, okay. Okay. How about Kennesaw? How close is it to Atlanta?
Uh, Kennesaw is like 15 minutes from Marietta, so like
Oh,
40
okay.
minutes drive to Atlanta.
Okay. So this is the university that Nzube currently studies a PhD in data science, and it's located in Georgia, Kennesaw State University. Which other university did you apply to, bro?
Okay, then Bowling Green State University.
Okay.
Yes,
Um
that's located in Bowling Green, Ohio.
yeah. Let me see if I can show that real quick. Okay, Bowling Green State University. So Bowling Green has an acceptance rate of about 80%. So this is Bowling Green State University, that Nzube also applied to. Are there still some universities you targeted?
Oh yes, for the PhD, I applied to five.
Okay.
So I applied to Bowling Green. I applied to Kennesaw State for PhD.
Mhm.
Then I also applied to Stevens Institute of Technology.
Okay.
Then I applied to you. Yes, Stevens Institute of Technology. I applied to Clemson University.
Clemson is also located in New Jersey.
No, North Carolina. Okay,
Okay.
sorry, South Carolina.
Okay, Clemson University. So I'm trying to show the websites of these universities. The idea is that we are making it as practical as possible for you to also follow. So these are some of the universities you can check out. If people have applied there, you can also apply there as well. So Clemson University, and I know that for mostly for their PhD programs, they waive application fees.
Oh, they wait for me too. Yes, so I
Okay,
second that.
awesome. Which other university?
Then University at Buffalo.
Oh, okay, in New York.
Yes, in New York.
Okay, so the university at Buffalo, I'm showing their website as well. This is located. Is it located in Buffalo, New York, right?
Yes,
Okay,
Buffalo,
great.
New York. Yes.
A lot of people
This
only
was
know
for a
about.
data science PhD.
Awesome. A lot of people know about the New York City. They think like the city is the same as the state. No, and interestingly, New York City is not the capital of New York, right?
Okay, I'm not so sure.
Okay, so this is the university at Buffalo, and when it comes to the state of New York, they have what we call the State University of New York. So it's a system, and in that system, there are a lot of universities you can check out. So one of them is the University at Buffalo. All right, so bro, in terms of working on these applications and starting the whole study abroad process, you are done with youth service. What actually motivated you, encouraged you to want to study abroad?
Okay. First of all, I did a bachelor's in mathematics, as I said earlier, and there weren't really opportunities for me to apply mathematics. Like, which kind of jobs would employ someone with a maths degree?
Yeah.
It's just secondary schools and probably universities, yes, to teach.
Mhm.
So I started researching. I was hearing of different positions and different roles that a mathematician can do, like being an actuary, like being a data analyst, like being a quantitative analyst, like all these several roles. And I knew all these things were not available in Nigeria. Yeah, so I started looking outside, started trying to apply for masters so that I can be in a place where these opportunities are located.
All right. Now, why the target for U.S. institutions? Did you apply to any other country and all that?
I wanted to just travel out of Nigeria. So I applied to Canada, I applied to Germany, I applied to some European countries and US as well. It's just that the US worked out really well
Or
for
U.S.
me.
Did you apply to any other country and all that? Okay.
I wanted to just travel out of Nigeria. So I applied to Canada, I applied
All right. So we had a bit of a challenge, but we're back. So I'll bring my brother on. Okay. So we're talking about. All right. So we're talking about. Um. But can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
Oh yes, loud and
Okay.
clear.
All right. So we're talking about the reason for wanting to study abroad, and you were talking about what the prospects were in terms of you graduating from the bachelor's degree and what the conditions would be back home. So in terms of choose applying to Canada, the other eight countries, what happened with those applications and how come you ended up at Bowling Green?
Okay, with the applications, a lot of them, I was just getting denials after denials after denials, and it really all worked out for good. Now looking back, at that time I was really frustrated. Like I just need 1 year so that I can travel and start studying. But there were because the programs I was applying for in Canada at the time, they were coming with scholarships. They were coming with funding. So that made them highly competitive and they would only admit students that they would fund.
Okay.
Yes. So a lot of them I didn't get approved. I didn't get any like approvals, but the US I now got admissions. East Tennessee State and then Western Kentucky University.
So when it comes to test scores, GRE, GMAT, TOEFL, did you sit for any of them?
I sat for all of them.
Oh wow! So um, was it that the program you wanted to apply to required it, or you thought that sitting for them would give you an upper hand in terms of getting the admission and the scholarship?
They required it because at the time masters in mathematics. A couple of schools I also wanted to do a PhD in mathematics. So I was just considering both because
Mhm.
I knew that if you I already heard at that time that if you finish with bachelor's, your degree is good, that you can get a straight admission to PhD. Yeah, so a couple of them required it. I wrote the GRE March 2017. I
Okay.
wrote TOEFL at the time. This was 2017, so they weren't really waiving for some countries, Nigeria inclusive. Yeah, so I wrote TOEFL May 2017,
Mhm.
and then I wrote GRE Mathematics October 2017. So I even wrote the apart from the general GRE, I wrote the GRE Mathematics too as well. It was primarily because they required it.
Okay. So in terms of the cost involved, right? You are done with youth service. Were you working at that time after the youth service?
Okay, yes, I was working, but when I wrote it, I had not gone for youth service yet.
Hmm.
Yes, by the time I wrote all these exams, it was 2017. It was towards the end of 2017 I went for youth service.
Okay.
So this was me just being done with school, having a dream to travel.
Why were you not specific? Why were you targeting like any other country? You were applying to Canada because if you knew you would eventually end up at Bowling Green, probably you wouldn't have spent the resources, the time, and I'm glad that you have a book talking about the study abroad process. We'll talk about that very soon and where people can get that book from. So why were you sort of you know, trying to be a master of all trade, applying to all these countries when you knew that maybe you get to the US eventually.
I really was just passionate, and this reason is part of why I started my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, so that people don't get to make the same mistakes that
Mhm.
I made. Yes, because if you, as you said, focus your attention, you will get better results. Yeah, but I didn't. I just wanted to try out things. I even applied to UK Commonwealth Scholarship. Was applying for several things, writing essays, writing different things. Yes. So that's one of the reasons why we also started my channel to educate people so that they don't have to go through this journey, long
Yeah.
journey that had to go to learn things painfully.
All right. If you're just tuning in, I'm speaking with my brother Nzube. Nzube is currently at Georgia studying. at Kennesaw State University. He started with Bowling Green State University in Ohio, Bowling Green. And we've also spoken about some of the universities he applied to. Talking about Kentucky State University, which interestingly is also at Bowling Green, Kentucky, and the other universities that he applied to. Now, when you're watching this podcast, you need to have a pen and a paper. These are people who have gone through the process that you want to go through so that you will learn and you wouldn't make the same mistakes that most of us made. All right. So knowing what you know now, and this is a question I ask everybody, what would you have done differently if you were supposed to start? But before you come to that, Nzube's channel is called Nzube Ohalete. Am I getting the name? Can you pronounce the name so that I don't get it?
Nzube Ohalete.
Okay, Nzube Ohalete. All right,
Yes.
so that's the name of the YouTube channel. So Nzube space Ohalete. Tell somebody to subscribe. I love the videos over there, and personally, I learn a lot from him as a brother. He has a lot of insightful content that would really help you. And, including how to go about your DS-160, the visa application, and all that. So please subscribe. We'll be counting the subscribers as you watch. Go to YouTube. Please type Nzube Ohalete to subscribe. And he has a book which is the detailed guide for USA scholarships that we'll be talking about soon as well. So knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently if you were supposed to start a process now?
Wow. Knowing what I know now, I would have been here like 6 months or 1 year, honestly. It would have been just very, very, very intentional. And I speak about this a lot in my course. So I would focus, do school search, research on schools, the ones that I know would give scholarships, just focus on them, build relationships with program coordinators before applying, and then make sure that I submit strong applications.
Right.
Strong applications. Like I'll get people currently studying here to review my packet for me, review SOP, all of that, to make sure that my application is very strong.
Awesome. So that would have been an advice to your younger self, right?
Yes.
All right. The putting in this effort, the time, the resources, and I ask everybody, like, you're done with a bachelor's degree. Where were you getting the money from to write GRE, the gym, the application fees, some of them that you have to pay, from the Nigerian currency. Even if it was Ghanaian cedis, it's okay. But Nigerian, that would be like millions, right?
No,
You guys,
not up to millions, but yes,
you
it
guys
was a
have a
lot.
lot of zeros in your currency. Why is it like that?
Um, how I was able to handle all of them, I really had huge support from my family.
Okay.
And yes, I'm very grateful for them. As at the time I was writing these tests, all these tests that I listed and applied to some of the schools, I didn't have a job. So I was still yet to go for the youth service. So some savings that I had, used some of my savings, and then it was mostly just my family supporting my dream. And we thank God that it finally paid off.
All right. So walk us through when you were applying to these universities. I'm talking about the master's degree level. You had a bachelor's degree in mathematics. Why did you decide to target the same mathematics? Didn't you want to switch to a different field?
Initially, I wanted to do mathematics, continue in that field. Yes, but then with time as I was having the whole visa denials and thinking through the whole process, I was like, okay, I want to now do data science. Yeah, so clarity comes with time. Initially, it was math I was applying for, Eastern NC State University, Western Kentucky University. But then by the time it reached when I was going to apply to Bowling Green, it was now data science related programs I was now looking for.
Right. And you're telling us about visa denial. So how many times did you go for your visa interview?
Well, I was denied 3 times. It was at the fourth time that I was approved.
Wow. Three denials. Was
Yeah.
it like the same US or maybe other countries?
Like the same US, back to back. And they
I'm
were all for study visas.
I'm interested. So when was your first attempt?
December 2018.
And was it for the same Bowling Green school? Or was a
And it
different
was
school?
for East Tennessee State University. I had funding. The whole cost of attendance was about $45,000, and I had funding of like 35,000.
So
So
what was the motivating factor? You've been there once, twice. People, a lot of people say Nigerians don't give up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
oh yeah.
What was the motivating factor that I've been there, and I know there are two consulates in Nigeria. Was it the same consulate you were going to, or you keep on switching?
I was going to the same for the first three,
Uh-huh.
where it was, but I went to a different one at the fourth one, and that's when I was approved.
Because the first one, they already know you. When you get there, they know you had. No, I'm very motivated. Like, what was the encouraging factor that I've been there the first time, and when you're going for the second time, there's hope. Okay, I'll get it this time around. It doesn't go like that. You go again on the third time, and this is somebody who has written GRE and GMAT, and GRE and all that, right?
Yeah.
So to somebody who is listening to us, who has been to the interview the first time, it didn't go well, and shout outs to Victor. Victor is watching me. It didn't go well for the first time, so he probably needs to hear something from you. What should such people do?
um. Anyway, honestly speaking, I really wanted to study in the US, but by the third time after the denial, because the first denial happened December 2018, then June 2019, then December 2020. By that third denial, I gave up on the US. So I wasn't going to continue applying to US or anything. I was going to now focus on other countries. But then I'm a person of faith, and so I prayed, like, God, if you want me to continue in this line, please let me know. Like, I really need to hear you now. And within 24 hours, I got three different people giving me confirmations to continue, including a stranger that I'd never met before.
Oh, I see.
So it was, yeah. So the consistency was really so good that I was like, okay, God wants me to continue this. And
Yeah.
so no matter how long it takes, I'll just keep going.
Wow. So, what should people do when, based on your experience, what should people do when they go and it doesn't go as expected? Should they go with the same school? Should they switch to a different program? Should they switch to a different school? Should they change their funding? They should go to a different embassy like you did. Which one did you go to? Is it Lagos or Abuja? Which one did you
It
go to?
was Lagos I was going to at first, and then
Mhm.
it was in Abuja that was approved. But
Because it was
initially I was with
Lagos
Lagos.
that was closer to you.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
So my family, we grew up in Lagos. Like, I grew up in Lagos.
right.
So that's where I was. What would I advise to someone being in the same shoes? Better funding helps, guaranteed. Better funding helps, but it doesn't guarantee visa, because I've seen people with full funding that still get denied. So
Right.
if you're able to improve your funding, fine. But exactly what our advice to someone that's been denied is, as soon as, which should be as soon as possible, you're able to calm yourself in those emotional, this thing of the hurt and all of that.
Mhm.
Write out the transcript. How did the whole conversation go? What were you asked? What did you respond? Like, write it down in details, and then reach out to some people that you've connected with here and share it with them and hear what they have to say. Yes, because you have to evaluate where is your where was your weak point in the conversation. Was it that you were not able to show strong ties? Was it your finances? Like, which part of your application really cost you? Which part of your conversation really cost you the visa? Yeah, you have to evaluate that, then see how can you improve it. So can you get better funding? Should you apply to more schools? For every time I was denied, I was applying to more schools.
Okay.
Yeah, for every time I was denied, I was applying to more schools. So should you apply to more schools, get better funding? Should you try a different consulate?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, with your experience, and I know like you coach a lot of people, if somebody wants to get in touch, for the level, the experience you've gone through, sometimes it's difficult for you to meet somebody who has this number of experience. So being interviewed by 4 different visa consular officers, right? So
I've had
how
five
do
now
people?
because I've gone to renew. So I've had five.
Okay. All right. So how do people get in touch for assistance, bro?
Okay, my primarily I love email.
Yeah.
So my email address, yes, info@nzubeohalete.com.
Okay.
Info.
I want to put that out. Let me see. Let me see. If that is the one. So you said info at
nzubeohalete.com.
Okay, great. So that's your website. Is that correct?
Email.
Okay, that's the email.
Yes.
Is the email correct?
Ohalete, Ohalete.
Okay. Let me not get things wrong here. All right. I'm trying to type it again. So whilst I do that, you can let us know. Apart from the email, how could people get in touch? Do you do one-on-one coachings? And we'll talk about your books soon. Um, can people reach out if they need assistance with the process?
Okay. For now, I don't do one-on-one coaching. For now, I used to in the past, but since I released the course, I've I'm focusing majorly on the course because I also hold like monthly Q&As for students of the course. So that's like majorly where people can find me inside the course. Although it's mostly for people that want to get scholarships. So
Right.
if you're just going for interview, yes, it might not really benefit a lot. Although I
Okay.
have a bonus section on getting visa approvals.
All right. And how do people get the Nzube course?
Okay, let me drop the link.
All right. So if you want to get in touch with my brother, the email is info@nzube ohalete.com, and you'll be able to send him a direct email if you need assistance. And then he's also going to share with us the course that you can also purchase if you want to study abroad. And there is you talked to us about the book, and if you go to his YouTube channel, do you have the link to the book there? Is the book out already or is yet to?
Okay, it's actually a course, an online
Okay.
course.
Oh,
And
okay.
yes, it's out.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
it's out. Let me
All right, so
drop
he's
the
going to
link
tell us how you
first.
can have access to the course as well. If you're just tuning in, my name is Fred. This is the biggest study abroad content platform. Tell somebody to tell somebody that if you want to study abroad, then you have to subscribe to the Freddy Fetch YouTube channel, and you have to also subscribe to Nzube Ohalete YouTube channel. He shares amazing content and is on YouTube. You go to YouTube, search for NZUBE space OHALETE. We'll share the link to the course which you can sign up for if you want to study abroad. He has a lot of experience applying to a lot of schools, going through the visa interview and being successful. He studied at Bowling Green State University and currently at Kennesaw State University, PhD in data science. So bro, moving on, has it been worth it looking at the efforts, all these denials, and finally being able to get to Bowling Green and now at Georgia? Has it been worth it?
100%. 100%. Life here is way different. Yeah, it's way different. 100%. It's been worth it.
Well, what has
Um
been your best experience so far as an international student?
um I'll say the change of mindset, primarily the change of mindset, especially when I was in Bowling Green. Bowling
Right.
Green is a small community,
Hmm.
so it's like suburban. It's not like this whole urban place, city like here in Georgia.
Right.
So yes, over there had a community church people that they really like showed me so much love. Thanksgiving, Christmas, I'm far away from my family.
Yeah.
Yes, that love and seeing that the US they really put life first, like they value the human life a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah, you can see this when you even go to the hospital. They would treat you first, make sure you're good, make sure you're well, before they ask you for the bill, before they ask you for the money.
Right,
Yes, but where I'm from is the other way around. Like, you have to settle the money first before they now treat you, no matter how your health is deteriorating.
right.
So yeah, that it's been a very wonderful experience getting to learn about their culture and what has really made them successful.
So with Bowling Green and finally at Kennesaw, did your scholarship come automatically with your admission, or you had to submit a separate application, attend an interview for the scholarship?
With Bowling Green, it came automatically,
Hmm.
but here I have to do interview. I
Okay,
have to do, yes, interview. It was not a separate application, but like a couple of months after submitting, after they had gone through their stages, then they invited me for an interview. It was a panel of like five professors,
right.
and they were asking questions.
So when you say you're on a full scholarship, what does the scholarship cover? Did it cover your flight ticket? Does it cover accommodation? Feeding. What actually goes into your full scholarship?
Okay, it doesn't cover flight ticket outrightly.
Hmm.
Yes, although that you can have it to cover that, but because but what it covers majorly is the tuition. It covers my tuition, yes, but there are other fees that you have to be paid: living expenses, rent, food, then even health insurance. These are all fees that have to be paid. But it covers tuition. Then I also get stipends. Here in Georgia, we are paid at the end of the month. We are
Okay,
not paid bi-weekly.
as it is
So
in Ohio.
you know how you, yeah, it was bi-weekly.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
over here, yes, it's just once in a month. So we're paid stipends at the end of the month, which can cover the health insurance and
Mhm.
rent and food and transportation and all those other things.
I see. Looking at the cost you put into the process, you've already mentioned that it was worth it. Somebody who wants to study abroad may want to find out how much did it cost you. How many times did you pay the service fee though?
I
Twice?
service fee, I paid it twice. Yes,
Wow.
I paid it
And
twice.
that's $350, like $700. And 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 writing GRE application fees, even though there were some that were free. So how much in terms of naira? Then I know it will be plenty. Then we'll convert it to dollars. So that will be easy. So
That'll be a
how,
lot.
how much did you put into the whole process?
Hmm. Masters and PhD.
No, I'm talking about only the masters from Nigeria.
Okay, only the masters to finally get here. Um. Hmm. With all submitting all the official transcript that I submitted, all the official GRE scores, even preparing for the test, we're looking at like $800 to $900
Wow.
with the service fees. If you look at the visa fees, it's already hitting 1,000.
Yeah, because every visa that you application that you did had like $185, right? Um
Yes.
yeah. So that means that would be a lot. That
Yeah,
would be
that's
a lot.
definitely more than 1,000 with the visa fee. Yes.
So for people who are financially, facing challenges, knowing what you know, would you still advise them to proceed with this process? Is it not going to cost a lot? Or are they not going to start and now get stuck in the middle, not getting money to continue?
Um, what I would always advise is, if you really want something,
Hmm.
wherever there's a will, there's a way. Yes, wherever there's a will, there's a way. There are organizations like, I know Education USA back in Nigeria, they pay for GRE
Oh, okay.
sometimes. For some people, yes, they have those this and they open it up a couple of times in a year and they do it. And you have some people coming up online. They want to cover this, they want to cover application fees, they want to cover this. You come online, you see application fee waivers.
Hmm.
So if you're bothered about the money, you won't start. Yes, if you're bothered about the money, you won't start. But wherever there's a will, if you really want it, that will that you have would make a way, the best way possible for you. Yes, in my case, yes, I spent a lot, but there are several people that they didn't spend so much. They just did apply to one school, did just one visa interview, and flew here.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really different things for different people. But where there's a will, there's a way.
What has been more challenging to adapt? Is it the weather? Is it the food? Is it the accent? Like, do you have an
Weather,
American accent yet?
weather for sure.
Okay.
I have no challenge. I'm not really so decent with the accent, but the weather, I've still not adapted to the weather after three
Right.
years. Like
Bowling Green is super cold, right?
Bowling Green was very cold. Was very cold. Here in Atlanta, it's better. We
Mm,
don't really have winter here. The sweater, we are fine with the sweater. But then in Bowling Green, snow because it's close to Michigan.
yeah.
So snow, sometimes it's getting minus 15 degrees Celsius, getting very cold. As you're walking like this, when your eyes are open, the whole place is covered, everywhere is covered. Like,
Yeah. There was a time I wanted to walk from my department. I missed the bus and I wanted to walk from my department to my apartment. But I nearly died, right? Like it was very cold and all
it's
that
cold.
over there in Ohio. So what has been your coping mechanism, like to be able to adapt to a new system for somebody who is coming in for the first time? What were some of the things that you did that really helped you, to adjust to the system?
Community, primarily, community, like having people like me. Yes, people that understand, people that are from Africa, from Nigeria. Yes, back in Bowling Green, we formed a group of like Nigerians
Right.
studying in the school, and then we were there for each other. So really helped a lot during Christmas, during some of all these trips where I wasn't traveling. You have people, you just guys organize potluck, everybody brings something, you hang out together, spend time together because it could get lonely really quick. Like it could get lonely really quick. The lifestyle over here is really independent.
Mm.
So that community really helped me. Yes, really helped me. You have people you can run to for advice. You have people you can speak with. Yes, it was really helpful.
Yeah, whenever there's a will, there's a way. Nzube is letting us know that it is highly possible going for a visa interview 3 times and yet having the will to still try it on a fourth attempt, and that was successful. If you're listening to us, it may be that on your first attempt you get it approved, but the not yeah, I keep on telling people that the study abroad process is not linear. Right. Sometimes people get admission, they get a scholarship, they don't get a visa. I spoke with somebody who was going to, Harvard and was denied the first attempt. She tried again and got it approved. But everybody would have assumed that if you get Harvard, visa should be
Automatic.
automatic. Yeah. So you may get admission, you may not get a scholarship, but that does not mean you should put it there. Some people only get a scholarship when they are able to get to campus. So we know the study abroad process could be challenging. That's why most of us, especially with my brother, having a course that you can also go through so that you don't make the same mistakes some of us made when wanting to study abroad. If we were able to do it, if Nzube was able to do it, you can do it. If Fred was able to do it, you can do it as well. So we make, on my platform, I try to make this process more encouraging and inspiring. If you don't have money, there is an application fee waiver. Take advantage of it. And today I'll be sharing some of them. Let's see if I can. Yeah. The mostly I post some of them on my platforms. This is University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee. I'm trying to share my screen. This University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee, and then they're saying that the application is easy, and as of August 1st, there is no application fee if you want to apply to the undergraduate program. So if you are interested in applying to the undergraduate program at University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee, you have to understand that sometimes most of these universities they have other campuses. So this is University of Wisconsin at Milwaukee, and then the application is free, so you can go ahead and submit your application. So let's share another one. So the University of Idaho as well. Let me show my screen real quick. So the University of Idaho, and this is specific for the chemistry program, and they said that we will they'll waive application fee for people who are applying to the chemistry program. So this is for those who want to apply for a PhD in chemistry. The application fee is free for the graduate program. So the application to the chemistry graduate program is free of charge with an application fee waiver. So if you want to apply to the chemistry program at the University of Idaho, that is also free. So you have to follow some of these platforms to be able to get the application fee waiver, so that if you don't have money, that wouldn't be a challenge to you. So bro, would you want to tell us about the course? If somebody wants to sign up for the course, what is involved? What does it take to be part of it?
Okay, I tried putting a link in the chat, but it failed to post. I guess it's because it's a link.
Okay,
So
you can share it with me on Instagram and I'll post it.
okay, let me
All right.
just do that
So
quickly.
while you do that, I'm going to share the link so you can join us and interact one on one with my brother Nzube. So the link is being shared in the comments and also on the various social media platforms. I'll be picking some of your questions and we'll be responding to them as well. So Inusa is watching us, and then at 5:30 p.m. at your end, somebody is asking, Mensa Charles is asking, is it possible to use CGP of 2.9 to get fully funded scholarship? Bro, what would be your response to this?
With a 3.2, as you've done the West evaluation, you're above the required. So they usually have that threshold of 3.0 for a lot of programs. Now, are there other things that makes your application strong apart from your 3.2? So do you have work experience that is relevant to the course that you want to apply in? Since you say you don't want to do GRE, that's fine. Do you have work experience that's relevant to the course you want to apply in? Do you have publications? Yes. Your recommendation letters, are they from experts, people that are respected in their field?
Yeah.
Yes. And then, are you applying to a school that is not very competitive?
Okay.
This is another factor too as well that would. So it's possible. It's possible, but other things have to come into play to beef up your application. If what you're leaning on is this 3.2 alone, is not sufficient. So other things need to come to beef up your application to now, yes, give it to you, make it possible.
All right. Shout out to my brother behind the platform Opportunities Hub. And then there's somebody praising you. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron says,
Oh,
I see you, Nzube. I love your content creation, especially your editing skills. And then he's
yeah,
watching.
I watch his content too as well. Much respect, Aaron.
All right. Awesome. There's a brother also, Akoto, is watching us from India. Thank you for tuning in from India. Bro, is the link ready that we can share?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Okay,
Instagram.
great. So talk to us about your course. How do people get what is it about, and why should people even purchase it in the first place?
Okay. It's in line with what we've been talking about today, and it's primarily a step-by-step guide on getting scholarships in the US. So as we've said today, I made a lot of mistakes during my own time and spent so much money. So I really took out the time to streamline the process. What would I do first? If I wanted to start again, what will I do first? What will I do next? And then in that order. And I came up with 14 steps from deciding that I want to study in the US to, okay, I have 3 admissions. Which one do I choose? So I streamlined the whole 14 steps that anyone can go through to get graduate admission. So this specifically for masters and PhD in the US. Yeah, so that's primarily what the course is about. It took me about 3 months to prepare the course. It's 6 hours long. There are like 58 different videos, 6 hours cumulatively. So I really made it very detailed so that anyone can have me hold their hand and really walk through the whole process of getting scholarships in the US.
Awesome. So the link to get the courses being shown on the screen. So you can just copy it, and then I also share it in the comments as well.
Yeah,
So
the
now
name is
this
the Scholarship Accelerator.
Okay,
This,
so
yeah.
yeah, so the name of the course is a scholarship accelerator program, and when you visit the website, this is how it's going to look like. So when you visit the website, then you can just click on enroll now. So get fully funded scholarships to experience better opportunities in the USA, and this is being put together by Nzube. Very very incredible. So you can access it on your phone. You can also access it on your smart devices, either your computer or anything like that. So when you go to this website, then so these are people who have benefited from the accelerator program.
Or benefited from me personally. Like
Okay.
I've, yes, they've interacted with me and they can speak about the quality of my work.
Awesome. Awesome. So people are saying good things about it. You can also enroll today. So when you visit the website, you click on enroll now, you fill in the details, and then you're good to go. So this is a good pathway for you if you're watching us now. Remember that you have to also subscribe to the Nzube Ohalete YouTube channel on YouTube. Now, this is where you come in, and if you have any questions, you interact with my guest today. I have Wilbert on. Hi, Wilbert. How you doing? Your microphone is muted, sir. Hi, Robert.
Okay, good evening,
Okay, Robert.
Mr. Nzube.
Yeah, go
Good evening.
ahead.
Okay, my question goes like this. Thank you for your videos. I've been watching your videos for over like 2 years now.
Oh wow,
It
thank
has
you.
been it has been helping me to send code emails. Especially this year, I made it compulsory that I must get a professor that I will work with.
Mm.
Though I'm a graduate of mechanical engineering from
Okay,
Alex Ekwemi, Federal
okay,
University, Born State. I got here with 2.2 with a GPA of 3.36, which is
okay.
2.2. I have able to secure some professors from University of Maryland and University of Texas, El Paso. That is
All
two
right.
schools.
I'll pass. So
So my problem is how can I be able to get the application free waiver? That is my major challenges we're having.
okay. All right. There are several ways. There are several ways. One of which is the program coordinator. I don't know if you've been able to get the emails of the program coordinator. Some schools call them graduate coordinator. Some schools call it program director. Yes, but it's just the person in charge of the program. You
Okay,
can reach out to them. I would first establish a connection with them. The first email shouldn't be give me waiver. No, establish a
okay,
connection with them, a relationship with them that okay, I want to apply for this program. This is the degree I have from this university, and I'm interested in this program, so that they would now give you some more details. And later on, when you start the application, because the application is free to start, but you pay to submit. So later on, when you started the
okay,
application, you can now reach out to them that I've started applying, that I would really appreciate if I can get an application with fee waiver to help me submit. Then you may now talk about some financial challenges that's hindering you from paying for it, that kind of thing. Yes, but that's one way. Another
okay,
very good
okay,
way too is information sessions. So a couple of these programs organize information a couple of these programs organize information sessions where they want to advertise the program. Yes, and when you join those sessions, you can ask. Sometimes they will give free of charge. They'll just say, okay, everybody that came here, here's our gift to you. They'll give you a waiver code. But in some others, you have to now request during the Q&A section of that information session and say, we would like to apply is there any application fee waivers? And most likely they'll give you because this is a form of marketing the program in quotes. Yeah, so they want to stop anything that will hinder you from applying. Yeah, so this method I've told you now, that's These are the major ways, and they've helped me when I was applying for my PhD. I applied to 5 schools. 3 of them were away for me using these methods that I shared with you.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us, Wilbert. You can also, put in the request and then you join us live to, ask your questions. There are a lot of questions in the comment section that we can also respond to. So I'm watching you from Gambia. Which part of Gambia are you watching us from? Let us hear from you. Um, let's talk to Ibrahim. Ibrahim, salam alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Talk to.
Uh, yes, I'm hearing you. My question goes to the undergraduate school. I'm asking about the scholarship. For example, as an undergraduate seeking admission, if you got a scholarship, will it going to cover all the years of studies or it only for 1 year?
Usually, it depends on the school. Yes, usually it
Yes.
depends on the school. Um, Undergraduate scholarships are really, really competitive. They are
Yes,
really
that's
competitive, and they are not a lot.
yes,
Yes, they are
that's
not a
one
lot.
thing.
Yeah, you see some schools that okay, they offer full ride. That's what they call them. And then out of probably 100 students that they'll admit, it might just be 3 or 4 that will get the full ride. A
Oh,
couple of the others will get maybe a percentage of their tuition being paid for. Yeah, so
oh,
it depends on the school. It's really competitive. You have to have high GPA that you finished high school, secondary school with, and most likely you have to write the SAT and score high in it. Because it's competitive. So what makes you what why should we give you this full ride over someone else that wrote all these tests and has a very strong profile?
yes, I understand. And my second question is that currently I'm here, I'm in Turkey, so I want to seek for admission in America, but I want to use new admission, not transfer, because in Turkey there is no English language. Usually they taught us in their language. So if, for example, if I'm seeking admission through, I'm a Nigerian, so will I use Nigerian document or Turkish document?
Now this admission is for undergraduates, right?
Yes.
Okay, so where you did your secondary school, is it in Nigeria or in Turkey?
Yeah, in Nigeria.
Okay, that's what you use. So it's those Nigerian documents, your um WAEC and all these like exams that we wrote after you finished first degree that you use.
All right. How long would you be able to go, bro? So a lot of people would want to talk to you, so I wanted to understand like how
So
long would you?
thank you very much here.
Okay. All right, Sora, please. Unfortunately, there's a bit of noise at your background. If you could secure a quiet place, then we can, give
Yes.
you. All right, Sora. Unfortunately, there's a bit of noise at your background. Please fix that, and we can talk. John, speak to yeah, John. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Um, yeah, please
Yes,
talk
I
to.
can hear you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Yes. Well, my question specifically goes to Fred himself.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead, sir.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. Please. I would love to subscribe to your monthly mentorship program.
Right.
Yeah. Currently, my challenge is I do not have a debit card. So I
Okay.
want to ask: is there any other alternative?
Yeah. So if you go to the website, there's a contact over there that you can talk to, and she's going to give you the alternatives in terms of how you can make the payment.
Please, if I may, ask, which of your social media handle, please?
Okay. So when on my social media handles, there will be the seller link. When you click on that seller link, it will show you the contacts over there, and then you can WhatsApp her. She would respond, and then you can take it from there.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you very much. I do
You're
appreciate it.
welcome. Okay. Sora, is it better now? Let's see if you have a quiet place, then you can talk to Nzube. Oh, okay. I think Sarah is in Nigeria, right? Nzube.
Probably. Probably network.
All right. Um. Okay. So somebody's asking. I applied for an MPA. What is UIS? As a record supervisor, is it okay? Okay, I'm not getting that question. So maybe you should clarify that.
I don't know what UIS is.
Dawood is watching us from Northern Nigeria. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so he's asking, I'm solely from Ghana. I have a BSc and a postgraduate diploma. I want to evaluate them with West. My question is, do I have to pay separately or each, or I can pay once to evaluate both of them? What do you think, Izube? He has
I
a
have
diploma
evaluated
and he has a
two.
BSc and a top up.
Yeah, I've not evaluated 2 degrees before,
Mhm.
but I would say that they would consider them separately when doing the evaluation. So you might be able to pay to do both at once, but you're just going to be paying the fees for 2 of them.
Right.
You'll be doing them separately. Another thing you can do would be to send them an email that you want to evaluate both of them. That is there any discount that they can offer, and that could help.
Inusa, salam alaikum. Hi, Inusa. Okay. I don't know if Inusa, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, please talk to Nzube.
Yeah, hello.
Inusa, please go on.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Inusa is also having a challenge.
Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, Inusa, we can all hear you. Kindly go ahead, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, Inusa is also having a challenge. The link to join us has been shared on the various platforms. So on X, I shared it on YouTube as well as a post. So if you go to the community section on YouTube, the link is there. You join, you click on it, you'll be able to join us live in the studio. On Facebook also, I shared it, and then in the comment section, I also posted that as well. So you can use that link, and then you can join us live in the studio to ask your questions. I don't know if Hussein can hear us. Hi, Hussein, can you please hear us? Okay, Hussein is gone. Inusa,
Mr.
can you
Nzube,
please
can you
hear
hear
me
me?
now? Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. It looks like people are having challenges to join us. All right. So, bro, it's been a very good conversation today. I appreciate you for your time. Any last words to anybody who wants to go about this process? Anybody who is at the edge of giving up because of maybe admission denials or not getting a scholarship, or maybe even not getting the visa approved? What will be your last words to them?
As far as there's a will, there's a way. It's possible. I want you to move from this whole study abroad thing being it would be nice. It would be nice to have it. It would be nice to travel to the US. It would be nice to travel and study. Move from that to I want to travel and study. I need to be in the States. I need to travel. I don't want to be in this country again. I want to move. Yes, you have to really give yourself that momentum, give yourself that drive so that all this information that we are sharing, Fred Effect does a lot on his channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. And then I also share on my channel too as well. All this information that we are sharing will just be adding the missing part of the bridge between where you are and your scholarships to the US. It will just be adding the missing parts for you. So really want it. Really want it. That's really the major advice that I'll give. Really want it. And wherever there's a will, there's a way.
I love that. Normally, people make it look as if like this whole thing should be intimidating. So I like how calm and encouraging you are, and then making people understand that whenever there's a will, there's definitely a way. I appreciate you, bro, for your time. Um, and then the information you've given us. It's been encouraging that being able to attend the interview 3 times, yet decided to go again on the fourth attempt, and here we are. So it's highly possible you can do it. So remember that if you are yet to, you have to sign up for the scholarship accelerator course. So if you want to get a fully funded scholarship to study in the US, it will be essential to enroll in this course. The link to enroll has been shared in the comments, as well as in the video description. Click on it, sign up. And today you also have an opportunity to interact on one with Nzube. You can get in touch with him via email as well. It's been a great session, bro. Thank you for joining. And remember, you need to subscribe to
Thank you.
the YouTube channel as well. It's Nzube Ohalete, on YouTube. Please subscribe. All right.
Just one more thing. I just saw in the chat that Aaron Inspires puts that you can evaluate more than one transcript with Wes and still pay only once. That you don't have to pay twice. So that's some helpful information.
All right. So that's to our brother who was asking about the
Thank you.
transcript evaluation. Awesome. So it's been a great session. My name is Fred, and this has been the Fred Effect. So we came your way with another episode of the Study Abroad, the Study Abroad podcast with the Fred Effect. If you're yet to subscribe, please subscribe. This is the biggest Study Abroad content platform, and we come your way every weekend to discuss how you can do it. It's possible. It's not rocket science. If people have been able to do it, you can also do it. Now, quick one. The Fred Effect team has a WhatsApp platform. This WhatsApp platform is created twice every year for fall semester and for spring semester. And for over half a decade, the team has been assisting people who are preparing for their visa interview. And so, if you want to join, the best way to get in touch with me will be on Instagram. Send a private message, and you'll be added to the WhatsApp group so that you can also join. Other people that we are assisting to be able to go through the visa process successfully. So if you have any questions, you can also send me a message on Instagram as the Fred Effect. The account is verified. And please understand that there are a lot of other parody or fake Facebook account that has been created using the same name, the Fred Effect. They've downloaded the our designs, the logo, and use the same name, and they are scamming people. So if there is any Facebook page which is below 80,000 followers, the original Facebook account of the Fred Effect is more than 80,000. We are working with Facebook to make sure that the account gets verified. But unfortunately, some individuals have been downloading our posts and be posting them and be asking you to WhatsApp them, send them money and stuff like that. Please don't fall prey to such scammers. And the Fred Effect team handles undergraduate applications for free for individuals who have a diploma and want to pursue a bachelor's degree. And also, if you have a high school qualification, you want to pursue a bachelor's degree, it's possible. So you have to schedule a one-on-one meeting with a Fred Effect team. We'll take your document and work on the entire application for you for free. So if you had a D7 E8, it's not a problem. Getting admission in your home country might be challenging. There are a lot of opportunities outside. Talk to your parents that it is possible for you to study outside, even if you have a D7 or E8, and our team will be willing to help you. If you want to study a PhD or a master's, for over years, the Fred Effect team has been assisting thousands of people to go about this process. Let's schedule a one-on-one conversation. The fall 2025 admissions, the spring 2025 admissions is ongoing. This is the time to start your process. The Fred Effect team also has a collaboration with Argo Visa. Argo Visa is a team of former visa officers. So if you are preparing for a visa interview, it will be ideal if you schedule a one-on-one meeting with a former visa officer who has the experience in terms of helping, you go through the visa process. It will be very disheartening when you get an admission, a scholarship, and you're unable to secure the visa. So please schedule a one-on-one meeting using the link I'm sharing on the screen, to talk to a former visa officer to go through your document before you go for your next interview. Please understand that it is highly possible you can do it. If there's somebody you are talking to who thinks that because they did a certain things to get admission and you don't have it. So, for example, if somebody has a first class and so they are studying abroad, but you don't have, and it means that it's not possible. No, everybody has a different process. The study abroad process is not linear. Some people get admission, you're unable to get a visa. Others get admission, no scholarship, they get a visa. Maybe yours will work in a different format. Don't be discouraged. If you've tried, it didn't work out, try again. It is highly possible. My name has been Fred. This is the Fred Effect. I appreciate you for joining. Today and within this week, tell somebody, recommend the Fred Effects platform to somebody. Tell another person that if you want to study abroad, go ahead and follow the Fred Effect on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok, on X or on Twitter, and then on Instagram as well. I'll see you next week. Please be positive and know that everything will be fine.